By the way, I almost forgot to mention another fact about sand cats. They don't meow. Strictly speaking, they don't make that many sounds in the first place, but if they do, they sound more like barking. Yes, we have barking cats here. They bark in order to find a mate. This sound is compared with those made by small dogs like a chihuahua.
Sand cats. The only felid found primarily in true desert. Despite their cuddly kitty cat look, sand cats are extremely resilient expert hunters that kill their prey in a flash. Sand cats drink when they can, but can actually get enough hydration from just their prey alone. Their prey consists of small rodents, hares, spiders, birds, insects, and reptiles. Sand cats are adapted for high and low temperatures and are equipped with thickly furred feet, which protects them from being affected by the very hot sand that they live on. The large ears of a sand cat allow them to hear very well, and extra fur around their ears stops bits of sand from getting in. Sand cats are listed as a near-threatened species, with habitat degradation being one of the major threats to them. They can be found in Africa's Sahara Desert, throughout the Arabian Peninsula, and in parts of Central Asia. Sand cats are quite rare to come across in captivity. These clips that I have filmed of them were taken at Exmoor Zoo. Exmoor Zoo is home to two male sand cats named Bert and Ernie. This is the enclosure that they are housed in. To conclude, sand cats are expert hunters that perfectly fit the nickname small but deadly.
And they're one of the smallest cats, and they're not a domestic cat. A lot of times people will ask us on our tour, are they young, are they babies? And they're not. They're full grown at just a few pounds. And they're very well adapted to live in the desert. They have padding on the bottom of their feet. They have huge ears so they can hear their prey. They eat a lot of lizards, gerbils, rodents that live in the sand, and they actually listen for them scurrying across the top of the sand. Believe it or not, sand cats even live in places where there's snow, so that may help them to keep their feet warm. Really just an adaptation to help these guys live where there's temperature extremes. What they eat anything from grasshoppers, insects, of course the ones that live in the desert, a lot of times they would be eating lizards primarily as their diet, and definitely rodents. That's probably makes up the biggest part of their diet. The rodents, gerbils, desert rats, things like that. These guys don't have access to water in the desert area, so a lot of times they will get their moisture, they'll get their liquid intake from their prey. So they will consume the body fluids of the animals that they eat, and that will be their liquid intake. And if you think about it, what kind of immune system do you need to live in the desert in these areas? So they are susceptible to a lot of the diseases that other cats would have. They're not the most hardy animal.
Few felines spend all their lives in the desert, but sand cats are designed for this harsh environment. Their skull is shaped to facilitate hearing so they can listen for predators and prey across the vast open expanse of their home range. Sand cats are aptly named because they live entirely in desert environments, a place often associated with sand. These felines subsist from dunes to rocky, sparsely vegetated outcrops, and often don't even need a reliable source of water to stay alive. They get most, if not all, of their moisture from their food. Sand cats live in fragmented populations across northern Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, and southwest and central Asia, though it's worth noting they're tough to find, so they may have a wider distribution. They're crepuscular or nocturnal, depending on the time of the year, often transitioning their behavior with that of their prey. Sand cats are not sit-and-wait predators. They actively hunt down meals such as rodents, lizards, birds, and sometimes even insects, walking as far as a few miles each night. Their stocky legs keep them low to the ground and out of sight of potential predators. Although they're predators themselves, sand cats aren't very large, weighing about 4.5 to 6.5 pounds on average, with males outweighing females. These felines fall prey to larger predators such as golden eagles, caracals, jackals, wolves, and even domestic dogs and cats. Sand cats are classified in the same genus as our domestic house cats, and they have been documented to show little fear of humans. If caught in the beam of a person's flashlight, a sandcat closes its eyes to disguise the glow of reflected light in its eyes. During the day, sandcats use burrows to snooze. They share burrows across a range, but not at the same time. These animals are mostly solitary. A mating pair may bunk up together for a short while, and a mother cares for her kittens, but otherwise, they're on their own. Dens are dug by the sandcats themselves, or expanded from previous occupants, such as porcupines and even small rodents. Sandcats have dense fur, which may seem counterintuitive for hot desert living. But remember, this habitat can become just as frigid at night as it is hot during the day. Air temperatures can soar well over 100 degrees Fahrenheit at the hottest parts of the year, down to freezing in the winter months. Sandcats actually develop a thick winter coat they must shed each year with warming temperatures. They also have dense tufts inside their ears to keep sand from entering. Their paw pads are covered in fur as well, which helps give them traction on sand and avoid burning their beans. I'm sure many of you have taken a barefoot step on super hot sand and wished you had shoes on instead. This trait also makes them difficult to track. Sandcats are considered rare. They're difficult to find due to their cryptic nature. So, there may be more out there just avoiding humans, though certain estimates suggest their population is declining overall. Run-ins with domestic cats could be a contributing factor to this, as feral felines can carry transmissible diseases to the unprotected sandcats. If they survive to adulthood, sandcats can typically live about 8 years in the wild, and up to double this in captivity. They are not seasonal breeders, and are capable of producing more than 1 litter per year. Litters are typically 3 kittens, which are born blind. It takes 2 weeks for them to open their eyes, another week to start walking, and 3 more weeks before they begin eating solid food. They are reproductively mature when they become independent at about 9 months of age.
Cats can still cause serious injuries. Sandcats are wild animals that can't be tamed, even if you adopt one as a kitten. So let the desert predators stay in the desert. It'll be better for all of us.
This has been a Pinguinati production. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, links are in the description. This has been a Pinguinati production. If you'd like to support the channel, links are in the description.